How's it going on, my little octopuses? My name's Atlas, and before I get into my story I have for you guys today, please do not ask me for shoutouts. I know you guys may really want one, but seriously, guys, earn this shoutout. Do not ask for it. When you ask for it, it just makes me not want to give you one. If you want to get a shoutout, earn it. I've already said how you can earn these shoutouts, so I'll say it one last time. Make fan art, be active, let me notice you, just prove to me that you deserve a shout out, and you will get one. I told you that you don't have to be at every video, but if you really want a shout out, the more active you are, the higher the chance you can get one. So that's how you can get the shout out. Now please, if you ask, you probably will not get one. Just wait. I already said I will give at least how many I could fit, or however many I could fit at the beginning of the video. I said I would do that. However many shoutouts I can fit at the beginning of a video, I will do it if that many people deserve the shout out. So now that we got that out of the way, I want to get into my story I have for you guys today. And it's not really such a funny or rant. It's more of a very serious toned story, so bear with me here because it's kind of long. So it all started in 8th grade. I believe the year was 2013. I was starting 8th grade, about to start my second season of school football. It was junior high football, and I only got to play 2.5 games that year, I think. But on the third game, I think it was the third game, we were traveling to a small town called Rice. We were playing them in junior high football, and I was in 8th grade, remember that? So I'm not very tall now, so I definitely wasn't very tall then. But I was still kind of stocky. I had a very wide chest, and I was kind of strong for my age. But anyways, when we were going to play, we got out, and it was the very first quarter. It's only been, let's say, 2 minutes into the game. But I was playing outside linebacker, and I was sent on a blitz. I was sent on a blitz to the quarterback. So I went on the blitz, and as I was running, I took 2 steps. No one was even around me to hit me, but my leg buckled on me and I tore my ACL. It hyperextended, I tore some knee cartilage, and I tore my ACL in my left knee. At this point, I had no idea what was going on when it happened. I thought my leg was broken. I just remember sitting there on the ground and looking around. I didn't feel any pain. My leg felt noodly. I was just sitting there on the ground. I was looking around. I couldn't move. When the coaches came and got me to pick me up, I tried walking and it just buckled again, so I couldn't do that. So they had to lift me off the field and place me on the bench, where I sat for the rest of the game, which was terrible because our team actually lost that game. So I was sitting there having to watch our team lose, and as a person like me, I love to win, and if I'm watching my team lose, that just makes it feel like it's my fault they're losing. I could be out there making a difference, but I only played 2 minutes in the first quarter, so I couldn't do much. I didn't do much either, because 1, it happened in the first quarter. 2, I was sitting there hurt on the bench, and I couldn't walk. My leg didn't even feel it. Felt like a noodle. You know when you boil your noodles to make spaghetti, you pull out a noodle and wiggle it? That is what my knee felt like, if you can even think about that. Some of you may know what I'm talking about because you may have had a similar injury. Would that be another leg or another ligament or an elbow or anything like that? You guys may know what I'm talking about, but that's what it was like. And I went to the doctor, got my MRI, and they told me I tore my ACL, tore some cartilage, all that. And I remember what I was doing. I was laying in the bathtub. I was actually taking a bath at the time, and my dad came up and knocked on the door, and he shouted at the door, and he said that the doctor called and I tore my ACL and all that stuff. And I remember sitting there just laying in the water, and it was just traumatic, and I couldn't believe my ears. I was just shocked. I couldn't believe what was happening. I was about to have surgery, and I never really had surgery before, not as long as I can remember anyways, but I was just shocked about what happened. And I know that ACL surgeries are tough, and that just having an ACL surgery means you're out for probably the entire year. So I was crushed. I couldn't do pole vaulting, which that was my thing, because that year before I broke the school record for 7th grade pole vaulting. So obviously I was coming back off an amazing year, and I couldn't do that, and I couldn't do basketball. So I was really depressed, and I didn't know what to do. So couple weeks go by, and I end up having my surgery. Everything went great. Everything got fixed. I had 2 screws in my knee, and my knee is scarred up. I think at this point I have 3 scars, one on my thigh, one in my kneecap, and one below my kneecap. So I have 3 scars at this point, and things are going good. Rehab's going great. Everything's new. I'm meeting new people, like adults, meeting new doctors, and getting into a profession I never thought I'd get into, which is anesthesiology, and that's one of my selections of a profession to do after I graduate high school. So that's something I learned, and I started getting into that there. But after that, I got released, and it got released just in time for baseball. So I was able to go play baseball, and that was fun. Everything went great. I have to wear a knee brace now on my left leg at this point, like a metal knee brace, and I still have that knee brace today because I still have to wear it. But I have to wear a metal knee brace on that leg, which it bothered me at first, but after a while, you kind of get used to it. So, but it really helps, I believe. Summer goes great, no problems with the knee. School starts back up, and I am now a freshman in high school. New place, new people, new atmosphere, really. So everything goes good. I give football another chance, and that season actually goes good. I end up playing a slot receiver, and I actually did get a rushing touchdown that year. So got a rushing touchdown in high school football on my freshman year. So I thought that was pretty cool. So after football season goes on, I moved to basketball. So, and I'm really short. So basketball was kind of a tough sport for me, but I love challenges. So I was playing basketball, and it was getting close to the end of the season, and we ended up playing a school called McGregor in McGregor. I think it was McGregor, but we were going to McGregor, and while we were there, I got put in the game. Last quarter, we were down, and I was dribbling, and I went up to go for a layup, and I got fouled. I came down and landed on my left leg wrong, which, if you don't remember, that is my surgical leg. So I had my brace on, I landed on it wrong, and it wiggles a little bit, and instantly I fall straight to the ground. That was probably the worst pain I have ever felt in my life, what happened there. I ended up going to my doctor's house that night because he lived near McGregor, and he checked it out, and he checked my graph, and he said the graph was fine. So it wasn't an ACL graph, but we ended up going getting an MRI a few days later, and it turned out that a piece of my patella, I believe, no, not patella, tibula, I have no idea, my fibula, a part of the top of my fibula broke off. A little bit of it broke off, and it was just floating around on my knee, and that's what was causing the pain when I ran and moved. So basically what I had to do was keep moving it, and eventually it would stick and attach and grow back to the bone, which that's what it ended up doing. So, that's what I thought. Anyways, I thought it did that because after a week, everything was good and I was able to run. And I started playing baseball. I didn't have to have surgery on that. So, I started playing baseball. Well, season goes great. I'm doing awesome. I'm being checked out to possibly go to the playoffs with varsity. But very last game, right before the game, we have practice that day. A ball was hit to me at shortstop for practice. I came up, positioned myself to throw. I threw it, went, my leg twisted, boom. That was it. I fell to the ground. Immediately, pain was in my leg. I had to limp off the field into our gator that we have, and they drove me to the field house to go get it checked out by our coaches and trainer. So when we got there, they didn't seem like it was my ACL, which it ended up not being, but they just thought it was scar tissue. So I went back home and iced it, rested, and next day at school I had trouble walking, like I was limping and everything else. So I ended up going to the doctor to get an MRI, and it turned out that I tore my cartilage in my knee. So I will have to have a scope surgery. I tore my knee cartilage in my left knee, same knee that I had surgery on. I tore my knee cartilage, so I'm having to have surgery again, not even a year after my first surgery. Just actually, I guess you could say a little bit after a year. My first surgery happened in October 2013, and this is taking place in summer 2015. Yes, taking place in summer 2015. So just a little over a year, I would say. So that's that. It's about a year and a half, I guess you could say. So I go have my surgery. It's at the very beginning of the year of 2015, so it's like May or April. But yeah, I go have my surgery, and it goes great. It was not an open surgery; it was just a scope, but everything went great. And this is when things started going downhill. My summer went good. I couldn't play in the playoffs for baseball, so I didn't get to go varsity. So summer went good. Then 2 days came around for football, and since I didn't have any problems last year with football, I was like, hey, I guess I can play. So first day of 2 days, practice goes great, and then after practice, we were running the shuttle, and the doctor I was talking to, he said that if we weren't doing football stuff like tackling stuff, then I didn't have to wear my brace. So I took my brace off to run the shuttle just so I wouldn't have resistance trying to get a good time. So I ran the shuttle, I went down, pivoted on my right leg, came back to the other end, pivoted on my left leg. My leg stopped moving, my hips did not. My knee buckled. Instantly fell to the ground, could not finish the shuttle. I crawled, like crab walked, over to the grass and sat there working, like bending my knee, feeling around, checking it. And I was so worried that something happened because I didn't have my brace on. I was losing my mind. It was crazy. I was freaking out. It was the very first day of practice at the very end, too. And then I, limped in. I was able to walk limp. So I walked in, and I did the bench press maxed, and I couldn't do squat, obviously. And I iced while they were doing squat. And then my grandma, I think it was my grandma, she came and picked me up and took me home. And that is when I took a shower. And that was a hard shower because I was on one leg. But I kind of got used to it because when I had my knee surgeries, I had my leg wrapped and I couldn't put any pressure on it. So I had to take my showers like that. But I got home and the pain was just tremendous. I had to go. I went back to 2 days and I could barely walk on it that day. But I didn't do anything. I could barely walk. And I think it wasn't until the 4th day of 2 days when I was just like, man, I can't do this. I have to go to the doctor. And we didn't want to go to the doctor I've been going to. We wanted to try all new stuff. So we went to the doctor I went to first, went to another doctor, and then we went to the Dallas Cowboys doctor. And that is the guy who ultimately did my knee surgery. Now, he told me that I did tear my ACL. But I did so much more. I tore my ACL, I sprained my MCL, I tore cartilage in my knee, and I broke my fibula again. So, yeah, I tore my cartilage every single time. So I barely have any cartilage in my left knee, if any. So I have very bad arthritis. But anyways, I go to do my knee surgeries with him, something different, and let me tell you that this guy did amazing. Everything went good. I actually had to take the patella tendon out of my right knee to use as my ACL because I used the left patella tendon for my ACL the first time, and I tore that. So they're using the right patella tendon in my left knee now. So at this point, after the surgery, I have tons of scars on my left knee. I think I have 7 on there right now. And then I have that one on my right knee. But the doctor told me that I would probably never be able to play sports again, and that I wouldn't, I shouldn't try if I do, but he said I probably wouldn't ever be able to again. So I ended up going to physical therapy, a new physical therapist in Waxahachie, Texas. So I go to the physical therapist. I think I went 3 times a week for first couple weeks, then 2 times, and then I'm going 1 time. And if you guys are going through a surgery and you go to the physical therapy, just do everything you can exactly the way they do it and do exactly what they say. Trust me, you do not want to slack off, because if you slack off, then you could just re-injure yourself. But I went every single day. I gave it 110%. Probably shouldn't have done that. May have pushed myself a little too much, and I ended up being ahead of schedule what I was supposed to be. Still in the back of the mind that I would never play sports again, but I didn't want to accept that. I did not want to accept that I would never play sports again. That wasn't my life. I'm not that person who doesn't play sports. I will achieve it. And let me just tell you now, I did it. I achieved an impossible dream. No one thought I'd come back. And this year I made it back for baseball. This year I bench pressed 230 pounds. This year I've done so many things that I never thought I'd do, All you have to do is believe that you can and put in the work needed to get there. If you put in the work needed to get there, you will achieve it. I promise you, you will achieve it. I beat my ACL surgeries. I don't know if you guys are counting, but that was 3 ACL surgeries in 2 years. 2 years I had 3 ACL surgeries, all on the same knee. That is crazy. If someone was to do that and they didn't have the determination and motivated mindset that I had, I'm not saying only I have it, but anybody can have it. But if they did not have that mindset, they might not be playing sports after the second surgery. I beat 3 surgeries and I'm playing baseball and I'm about to power lift. And just the other day, I was able to squat more than I've ever been able to squat. It wasn't actually the other day. It was like a couple months ago during school. I was able to squat more than I've ever squat in my life. And I've been through 3 knee surgeries. I'm 5'3" and I weigh 152 pounds. And I bench press 230 and I squat 315. And that squat is going up crazy. It is amazing how fast and how much you can achieve in such a short amount of time if you are determined to achieve those things. Anybody can do anything. All you have to do is believe. And not only have I achieved these ACL surgeries and beat the odds of playing sports again, but this can go with anything, not just sports stuff. Let's say you have like a meeting you have to do and you have to run it and you're nervous because you're not prepared. You can be prepared. You should fear nothing because we humans are the apex predator. Nothing can stop us. Now, you may be scared and say fear can stop you, but fear only stops you if you let it stop you. If you let fear stop you, that is when it becomes a fear. Fear is not a thing. Fear is something that should motivate you. You should not let fear stop you from doing anything at all. To me, I think fear is just a false feeling. I don't think fear is an actual thing. Yes, I can be scared of something sometimes, but I will never let fear stop me. I will always achieve what I want to achieve. And if I don't achieve it, then I didn't want it enough. You can achieve anything. Anything could be achieved. I'm currently on a 60-day challenge. My whole life I have been surrounded with sweets and junk food. I just love the taste. And I'm on a 60-day challenge, and by the time this video's up, I may be on day 11. And let me tell you, it's hard eating healthy, eating fruit, eating salad, drinking nothing but water, salads, vegetables, stuff like that. It is hard fighting the temptation of sweets, but I am determined to complete this. And if you guys are determined to do anything, you can too. And if you're watching this video and you feel like you are not motivated to do something, do not be afraid. You can do it. You can do anything. Let's say sometimes I have trouble not wanting to upload a video. I'm not motivated to. If you're not motivated to upload a video, then you must not want to run your channel. I know motivation dies sometimes, but you have to get that motivation back. You have to believe that you can achieve the sub goal. You could be the next PewDiePie or Machinima Network, anything like that. You can be anything. You could be the next Smosh, Ray William Johnson, the next Scarce. You could be anything. You just have to believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself, then nothing can stop you. It's like the snowball effect. Once you achieve one thing, you will want to achieve the next and the next. And eventually you're just achieving stuff without even noticing. You achieve things by wanting, determination, desire to have something. To me, my mindset is that I can always do better. Always. And that's what keeps me going. I see one of my videos on YouTube do good. I have a video that has 500 something views. Well, I've seen videos that have 1,000 views. I can do better. I can always do better. Someone will always be better than you at something. All you have to do is get better than them. You always can improve. Everything can improve. No one is the best. All you can do is improve, improve, improve. You could always improve. And you may think that you can't improve. You may think that you hit your max. And when you think you hit your max, just take a step back and look. Look at all you have accomplished. And when you look at what you have accomplished, that will motivate you to want more. Sometimes that motivation dies, and like I said, take a step back. Look at everything you have. Look at all you have accomplished, whether that be what you're wanting to accomplish more or something that you used to do and you ended up accomplishing it. Like sometimes I have no motivation, and I take a step back and I look about when I have joined the FFA district officer team. I didn't think I would get it. I was doubted. No one thought I would get it. And look, I got it. And I look back and I remember everybody doubting me, saying I can't do it. I can't do it. And what did I do? I did it. And I know this video's long, but I just want to get the message out there that you guys can do it. Anything is possible. You just have to want to do it. You have to push to do it. I know it's hard to achieve something, but I promise you, once you achieve it, all that hard work pays off. You can do it, and you don't have to have the best materials to achieve it. You just have to want it, and you have to need it. You'd have to love it. You have to want and love what you're doing. And if you aren't loving what you're doing, then it's not for you. But if you want to love it, and if you keep trying to love it, eventually you will love it. And I promise every single one of you guys, if you ever need any motivation, just contact me and I will try my best to motivate you. And I actually absolutely will motivate you. And if I do not, then I will not rest until I do. Whether it be with school, fitness, or a job, anything like that, just let me know how I could help you, and I will do that for you. Well, this video is getting kind of long, so I hope you enjoyed. I kind of ran it on at the end, and I may have said a few things twice, but like and share if you enjoy. Subscribe for more content just like this. I know this video had a lot of very strong points into it, and I just wanted you guys to get the idea of what it means to achieve something and why it's good to achieve and be motivated. So I hope this video motivated you guys. Someone requested me to make a video about my life and my knee surgeries, so I got the knee surgery part of the way, and maybe some point I'll make a video about my life. But like I said, like and share if you enjoy. Subscribe for more content just like this. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I love every single one of you guys. Peace out.